Welcome to our channel Finance Sarthi. Today, we have a comprehensive guide on an important tax-saving provision in the Indian Income Tax Act, Section 80G, for deduction for donations made to charitable institutions. This is a great way to save on your taxes while supporting a good cause. So, let's dive in. To save your time, we have outlined the sections to be covered in this video. Let's get started with Section 1. Introduction to 80G Deduction. Section 80G of the Income Tax Act allows taxpayers to claim deductions on donations made to eligible charitable organizations. By donating to such institutions, you not only contribute to a good cause, but you also save on your taxes. But remember, not all donations are eligible for deductions under this section. Let's discuss the eligibility criteria and the process of claiming this deduction, as well as some examples of eligible institutions. Section 2. Eligibility criteria for donations. To claim deductions under Section 80G, you need to ensure that the donation is made to an institution that is specified in Section 80G of the Income Tax Act. The donation is made in cash, check, or digital transfer. Donations made in kind, such as clothes or food, do not qualify for this deduction. Also, the donation amount should not exceed 10% of your adjusted gross total income. Now that you know the basic criteria, let's take a deeper look at the different categories of donations and their deduction limits. Section 3. Categories of donations and deduction limits. There are 4 categories of donations under Section 80G, each with different deduction limits. So let's go through them in detail. First is 100% deduction without any qualifying limit. Donations made to the Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, National Defense Fund, and other funds listed in this category qualify for a 100% deduction without any limit. Some other examples include National Foundation for Communal Harmony, National Illness Assistance Fund, National Blood Transfusion Council, and others. Second is 50% deduction without any qualifying limit. Donations made to the Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, Prime Minister's Drought Relief Fund, and other funds listed in this category qualify for a 50% deduction without any limit. Some other examples include National Sports Fund, National Cultural Fund, National Children's Fund, and more. Third is 100% deduction subject to a qualifying limit. Donations made to certain institutions like the Swachh Bharat Kosh, Clean Ganga Fund, and others qualify for a 100% deduction, but the amount should not exceed 10% of your adjusted gross total income. Some other examples include government-approved scientific research institutions, government-approved rural development projects, government-approved universities or educational institutions of national importance, and others. And fourth is 50% deduction subject to a qualifying limit. Donations made to institutions like the Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, and others qualify for a 50% deduction, but the amount should not exceed 10% of your adjusted gross total income. Some other examples include government-approved projects related to family planning, government-approved projects related to slum area development. Next, let's talk about the process of claiming the 80G deduction. Section 4. How to claim 80G deduction. To claim the 80G deduction, follow these steps. Step 1 is to make sure you receive a stamped receipt from the charitable institution. The receipt should include the name and address of the institution, your name, donation amount, and the institution's registration number. In Step 2, while filing your income tax return, fill in the details of the donation under the appropriate section, such as Schedule 6, Deductions under Chapter 6A. Step 3 is to upload the scanned copy of the receipt as proof of your donation. And last step is to keep the original receipt and a copy of the tax return for your records, in case the Income Tax Department asks for additional documentation or proof in the future. Now that we've covered the process of claiming the deduction, let's discuss some frequently asked questions about Section 80G deductions. Section 5. Frequently asked questions. Here are some common questions people have about Section 80G deductions. Can NRIs claim deductions under Section 80G? The answer is yes. Non-resident Indians, NRIs, can also claim deductions under Section 80G, provided they meet the eligibility criteria and follow the same process as resident taxpayers. Can I claim deductions for donations made to foreign charitable institutions? No, you can only claim deductions for donations made to eligible Indian charitable institutions listed under Section 80G of the Income Tax Act. Can I claim deductions for donations made to political parties? Donations made to political parties are eligible for deductions under Section 80G GC, not Section 80G. You can claim 100% deduction for such donations without any limit. Can I claim deductions for donations made in kind? No, donations made in kind, such as clothes, food, or other goods, are not eligible for deductions under Section 80G. Only donations made in cash, check, or digital transfer are eligible. What if I forget to claim the deduction while filing my income tax return? If you forget to claim the 80G deduction while filing your income tax return, you can file a revised return within the prescribed time limit to claim the deduction. Now, let's take a look at some tips to maximize your tax savings through 80G deductions. Section 6. Tips for maximizing tax savings through 80G deductions. Here are some tips to help you make the most of your 80G deductions. Tip number 1. Choose the right category. Depending on your donation amount and the institution, choose a category that offers the highest deduction limit to maximize your tax savings. Number 2. Maintain proper documentation. Keep all donation receipts and proofs organized and handy to ensure a hassle-free claim process. Tip number 3 is to spread your donations. If your donation amount exceeds 10% of your adjusted gross total income, consider spreading your donations across multiple years to make the most of the deductions. Number 4 is donate to approved institutions. Always ensure that the institution you are donating to is eligible for deductions under Section 80G. You can check the institution's registration number and other details on their official website or ask for a copy of their approval certificate. Tip number 5. Plan your donations. Plan your donations strategically during the financial year to avoid last-minute confusion and maximize your tax savings. And that's our comprehensive guide to understanding Section 80G deduction for donations made to charitable institutions in India. Again, by donating to a good cause, you not only contribute to society, but also save on your taxes. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more informative videos on tax saving tips and financial planning. Until next time, happy saving!